I'm Tim Kearns, and this is Panther Preview, brought to you by the Goya Food Store, 268 Rantoul Street in Beverly. For the best deli meats and calzones in the area, it's the Goya Food Store. Join me once again, as he does every week during the football season, is Beverly football head coach in Morency. Coach, again, not the sight you wanted to see this year. I mean, good effort in the beginning, and then the second half comes along.
Yeah, we Gloucester at halftime, we were in a good spot. We actually had to leave for leading into the fourth quarter. It was a good game if you were a fan. It was back and forth. But we know that there's a lot of football left. We know that playing Lynn English and Gloucester as your first two games, you run the risk of, being in a competitive individual battles each week. And so we're hoping in the long run this will make us stronger, at least the experience of playing these two teams.
You guys, you've had leads in both games into the second half, into the fourth quarter. And people began to question, is it a physical conditioning thing where they're just getting tired?
No. I mean, these are high school kids. These are 17-year, 18-year-old kids. And inevitably, if you're talking about these scores are lopsided, you may have to look into that. But, there's a lot of things. But, these are close games. I mean, they were a play or two away from a fourth down conversion, which my hat's off to Gloucester, but, we don't feel like we're miles away. We don't, and that's something that we got to keep in mind as we move forward, because we know in our schedule every week we're not going to be playing Lynn Englishes and Gloucesters. There's going to be other opponents, but inevitably may not be as formidable, and we're hoping that spells a little bit more success down the road.
So as I walked down to the field to get some post-game comments, I was looking at the kids. I was looking at the faces of the kids, and there was an anger at the outcome, but an anger. We know we're better than this. It wasn't everybody cursing and swearing and blaming each other.
Yeah.
That they know that they're a good team.
Yeah, we feel like there's a lot of football to be played. It's certainly disappointing. You never go into a game planning on not winning. So playing to win in football, as we know, and then not coming out without a win is tough. But we do feel like, again, we can get stronger from this. We enter league play, knowing that there's probably not a team we're going to face from this point on that's that much better than the two teams that we have faced. We feel like we've faced some iron early, and we're hoping again that we can take that, build something off of it, and turn things around.
Certainly, you mentioned both scores were relatively were close. They weren't relative. Right. They were close games.
Yep.
And it's a play or two.
Yeah.
That turned the tide in each game. It's just making either that defensive stop or making that offensive completion, gaining the first down on the ground. It's not far away, and once you get that, I mean, you can see the whole mood of the team is going to change. That's
right. You saw that in spurts when we made a big play, that kickoff return against Gloucester, for example, in the fourth quarter by Ryan Barron, how the team was so fired up. And again, my hat's off to Gloucester. The drive 91 yards is making third and fourth downs. That's huge. So we do feel like if we can collect a few more plays at the end of the game, on top of what we've been doing, we feel like we'll be able to turn this around. But it's going to have to, happen on the practice field, as we know it happens on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, not necessarily on Friday and Saturday. So we're focusing on practicing hard and preparing the best we can.
Now it's Malden this week, correct?
Yes.
What are you expecting to see out of the Mustangs?
Malden is their opening game at home. They also, I know that Malden's had some tough times lately, but they've also played a tough schedule as well. They've played a couple good teams. So they're athletic, they're formidable, and they're going to come out and play. So we need to be ready, and that's kind of how we're approaching it. We're not in a position to look at anybody as maybe